Most factory car speakers are honestly pretty depressing. They sound like they are playing through a thick wool blanket, and if you have ever tried to turn the volume up to actually enjoy a song, you know exactly what that distortion sounds like. That is where these JVC units come in. They are not trying to win any sound-off competitions or rattle the neighborhood windows, but for someone who just wants their music to sound clear and crisp on the morning commute, they hit a really interesting sweet spot. The first thing you notice when you pull these out of the box is how light they are. They have this mica cone woofer that feels surprisingly sturdy for the price point, and that little PEI tweeter sitting in the middle is what does the heavy lifting for the high notes. It is a straightforward two-way design, and it shows. There is no fluff here, just a clean, functional build that feels like it can handle the heat and humidity of a car door without falling apart after a few months. What really makes these a smart pick for a DIY project is the physical profile. They are shallow. That is a huge deal because anyone who has tried to swap outdoor speakers knows the nightmare of hitting a window track or a door lock mechanism. These slide in with a mounting depth of less than 2 inches, which saves a massive amount of headache during the install. JVC even throws in the extra wires and mounting tabs, which is a nice touch because you never know what kind of weird, proprietary connector the car manufacturer decided to use. Now, how do they actually sound? Well, they are a massive step up from stock paper cones. The sensitivity is rated at 92 decibels, which means you do not need a massive external amplifier to get them moving. They run just fine off a standard head unit. You get a much tighter mid-range, and those highs are actually present instead of being buried in the mud. It is not going to give you that deep, chest-thumping bass that a dedicated subwoofer provides, but that is not what these are for. If you are looking for a massive bass drop, you are going to be disappointed. They handle the low end well enough for a 6.5-inch driver, but they are definitely tuned for clarity and vocal detail rather than shaking the rearview mirror. One small gripe is that the included grills are a bit basic in terms of aesthetics, so if you are doing a custom install where the speakers are visible, they might look a little plain. But tucked behind a factory door panel, nobody is going to see them anyway. It is a solid, no-nonsense upgrade that makes your daily drive feel a lot less like a chore. If the goal is just to hear your favorite tracks the way they were meant to be heard, without spending a fortune or rewiring the entire vehicle, these are a really sensible way to go.
Check out the video description for updated price. And thank you for watching this video.